in that order somewhat. We have a special guest musician tonight. My friend Three Reefs Deep in the studio again. What's up? What's up?
Hello.
Hey, thank you for being here.
Of course, anytime.
Yeah, so Brother Boots was he is busy in Europe, and I was thinking who would I want to spend my last episode of the year with the most, and I think I got that done. So,
yay.
Yeah.
It's always nice to hang out.
Oh yeah, it's been a nice hangout session. We've been catching up, hearing about the cat,
Mm-hmm.
the yacht club drama.
Oh boy. It's never ending.
We love the yacht club drama. And we got, so you were explaining where you're gonna play a somewhat acoustic set, but it's acoustic and vibe and sound.
Yeah, acoustic and vibe and sound. So the driftwood guitar has been holding on for, I guess I've had it for 4 years now. This Gibson Les Paul 2011 Studio.
Did you really actually pull it out of the bay?
Yeah, that's why it's all the wood is cracked and split, and the guitar case smells like mildew. Permanently.
You found the case too, though?
It was in the case, yeah.
Perfect.
But
I wonder what crime it's connected to.
I'm not asking questions, and now that all the paint came off, they won't know. But we've grown to like each other. But I was playing in Chicago in October. In the middle of my set, one of the pickups started to go out, and I use this one when I fly because the case is harder than the soft case. And I was like, oh man, when I get back, I'm gonna have to do a lot of maintenance. So I ripped out all of the electronics, put in all new everything, new pickups. New switches, new pots, and I added, because when I was in Chicago, I was talking to Corey, the drummer of The Breathing Light, and he said that I should check out a band called Opeth from Sweden, and they do folk prog metal, and they're a great band. And I was watching their rig rundown, and they said they use these hybrid guitars so that they can switch back and forth between acoustic and electric sounds with some immediacy. And I was like, oh, hey, I can get a piezo bridge pickup for $30. So I was like, I'm already doing all this electrical work. I'm going to toss one of those in, experiment with that. Put a stereo output jack and split that into 2 signals. And then I'm running a parallel processing into the amp. And that's pretty fun. But for tonight, I'm only running the piezo out. So you're only getting acoustic sounds out of this electric guitar. Driftwood. And I've been doing a monthly show at the yacht club, and it's pretty tough for me to get up in front of my community there and scream at them for 40 minutes. So I've been trying to find a way to soften things up and switch things up and fit in a little bit more with that sound, because they're just trying to have a potluck. They're just trying to have a couple beers. They're not there to think about how terrible things are all the time. So I learned some covers, and I'm going to share some of those with you tonight, and a couple originals.
Hells yeah. All right, well, we're ready for you. So you got us, you got a captive audience for the next, however long you want to play. We're here till 8 o'clock. So.
Ah, nice. Well, this first one is a cover, and it's called The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. And this year is the 50-year anniversary of that wreck, and it's by Gordon Lightfoot.
All right. It's all you.
Okay. Big lake, big all, get you give me been good to know ya. Yay! Okay, this next one is original. It came out, was it last year or the year before? It's about that whirlpool in Scotland. And I've now started playing it acoustically. Shortcut, I'd advise you to please go around. Yay. So these covers, the last one is Edmund is the first time I've played it live here, so thank you for being guinea pigs. And this next one is called The Sinking of the Reuben James. It's a Woody Guthrie song, and it's about the sinking of the Reuben James. Tell me what were their names, tell me what were their names. Did you have a friend on the good Reuben James? Tell me what were their names, tell me what were their names. Did you have a friend on the good Reuben James? Probably my most patriotic song. Well, 100 men went down to her dark watery grave. When the good ship went down, only 44 were saved. Was the last day of October when we saved the 44 from the cold ocean waters to the cold icy shore. Tell me what were their names, tell me what were their names. Did you have a friend on the good Reuben James? What were their names, tell me what were their names. Did you have a friend on the good Reuben James? Did you have a friend on the good Reuben James?
Yeah.
Whee.
I got a question though. Does the driftwood guitar kill fascists?
I would hope so. It definitely kills capitalists.
Perfect. He lives on Woody's spirit.
Yeah. A fun little song. I still haven't looked up the battle that the Reuben James died in, but I did go down a rabbit hole the other night. This whole thing started with a rabbit hole during Thanksgiving, where I was looking up old shipwreck songs, but the rabbit hole that I went through the other night was female lighthouse keepers.
Oh.
Grace Darling being one of the most famous ones out of England. Technically her dad was the lighthouse keeper, but she got on the boat when they went out to save all these people during a storm. But the most famous one in the US, her name is Ida Lewis, and she's from Rhode Island. And from the age of about 12 up through her 60s, she saved more than 25 people during storms. She rowed this big old boat out and she'd grab them and row them back in. So much so they named the lighthouse after her, which is the only time they've changed the name of lighthouse. And when they replaced it with an automatic light, the lighthouse building became the Ida Lewis Yacht Club,
Oh.
Nice.
which is pretty cool. Yeah, she got like a federal medal of honor and everything. But what we lose when we automate all of the lighthouses is the first responders.
Yeah, for
When
sure.
you see someone like drowning, specifically,
For real. Yeah.
you can row out there and get them. And this next song is, I don't have a name for it yet, but it's going to be on the EP that comes out next year, and it's about St. Elmo's fire, which is a type of lightning that shoots out of the top of your boat. And last time I was here, I hadn't written it yet, but now it's ready. I signed the service. I had no idea what I was doing. The the fire in a gale of hatteras grounds. The cook laughed and called me a liar, but the captain made no sound. My father was very concerned by the pale lurid rays. He told me to never return when we made port the next day. Last night I saw St. Elmo's star with glimmer and lanterns all aflame on the tops of the masts and the tips of the spars, and I knew we should have foul weather Let the breeze brush your weepers, let the spray wash Lake Mirror high, with the ship groaning and grunting, her billows and private plane to sound. Let the breeze brush your weepers, let the spray wash Lake Mirror high, with the ship groaning and grunting, her billows and private plane to sound. I could never be free above the dreaming doldrums, sky the southern sea. One day I'll slip my headlines, the head for better street. One day I'll slip my headlines, the head for better street. Ooh.
Woo!
We got time for another one. This last one is based on a poem from 1851. So it's an old poem, but I liked it because it also talks about corpses. And it's been covered by many people over the years, including Joan Baez and Stan Rogers, who, along with Gordon Lightfoot, is the other big daddy of maritime folk. And when I was reading about this poem, I also learned about the gales of February, 1889 or something, and it was in the North Sea, and it wiped out the entire fishing fleet. They were in these little 4-man boats, wiped them all out. They all went out fishing, and nobody came back. And the next day, they still needed to eat. So all the grandpas and the little boys went out fishing. And some of them came back. But this one's not about that. This is an older song. It's called Three Fishers. fishers went sailing out into the west, out into the west, as the sun went down. Each thought of the woman who loved him the best, and the children stood watching them out of the town. For men must work and women must weep. There's little to work and many to keep, and the harbor bar be moaning. The harbor bar be moaning. Three wives sat up in the lighthouse tower. They trimmed the lamps as the sun went down. They looked at the squall and they looked at the shower, and the night wreck came rolling and ragged and brown. For men must work and women must weep. The storms be sudden and waters be deep, and the harbor bar be moaning. The harbor bar be moaning. So usually, if the sandbar at the harbor is making a moaning noise, you shouldn't go out, because it means that a storm is coming. And it's very similar and related to the singing of the sea, which is a song that's coming out, and that's the booming on the cliffs, which is when there's a storm out at sea, before the wind and the storm arrives, the swell is pushed in front of it, so you get these huge swells coming through, and a lot of surfers know about this. But the swell will come through and you'll get these big breakers, and not only does it make you uncomfortable, but there's also a storm coming. Three corpses laid out on the shining sand, in the morning gleam as the tide went down, and the women were weeping and wringing their hands for those who would never come back to the town. For men must work and women must weep. The sooner it's over, the sooner to sleep, and the harbor bar be moaning. The harbor bar
Yeah, right on. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you. That was an excellent set. Thank you to Three Reefs Deep for coming in and helping us close out the year.
Anytime you want unsolicited maritime folklore, you know who to call up.
Absolutely, we love it. No complaints here. Thank you so much. So you mentioned you have new releases coming?
I do have new releases coming. I'm putting out an EP next year. I'm working with a drummer in Chicago. We are working out of Google Drive, and it's very cute, and we're having a lot of fun messaging back and forth. That'll be 4 songs, and those songs are all about the weather. Mostly storms, but all about the weather. And
It was a nice.
so I'm going to Reno to play New Year's Eve, so a couple days. I'm gonna drive up there, and then in January I'm hosting the monthly show at the Aeolian Yacht Club. So come through if you want that. It is a free show. It is in Alameda at the 3rd oldest yacht club in the Bay Area, 1906, and it is a potluck. And they're very strict. If you don't bring food, they will stare you down if you start eyeing the food table. So
That's good to know.
the bar is cash only. Come through for that. And yeah, otherwise, catch me at the KXSF fundraiser next year. We're gonna do it.
Right
I
on.
hope.
Right on, and we have you here on the 29th of March.
Oh yeah, the 29th of March. I'm coming in for live in studio. I'm gonna play all the new songs, and I'll probably also play the song I wrote last week.
Yeah.
Which is a lot of fun. It is about a captain who is going on a big exploration, and he doesn't know how long it's going to take to get there, and he doesn't know exactly where he's going. He's just going out to explore, and he feels super guilty because all of the crew members are probably going to die.
Relatable.
Fun stuff, you know. Lighthearted, upbeat.
Yeah. Well, right on. You're listening to KXSF LP San Francisco. This has been the Step Back, last episode of 2025. Yeah.
That really crazy storm when there was lightning over the bay.
Whoa.